Jenelle Evans posted a selfie of herself and her daughter Ensley at the car wash, but some viewers have noticed a potentially harmful detail. The former cast member of Teen Mom 2 shared the endearing mother-daughter encounter with her followers on Instagram stories on Sunday. Jenelle, 32, and Ensley, 7, were seen riding through a drive-through car wash while putting up peace signs in the boomerang video. Ensley was wearing a pink turtleneck sweater, while the former MTV star was wearing a cozy hooded sweatshirt for the leisurely journey. The photo showed the ex-teen mom and her daughter seated in the front seats of the vehicle. In a post titled, "Is Ensley in the Front Seat?" a screen grab of the video was uploaded to a Reddit community specifically dedicated to teen moms. "No shoulder belt on the front seat," an anxious admirer commented in the forum. They went on, "This is the bestie behavior getting more intense. This kind of post would be made by an ordinary person with their friend, not their daughter. She is going to rely on Ensley to emotionally support her through divorce and all the partners going forward," the commentator surmised. "She will never prioritize the needs of this child." "Yes, it's so depressing," said another. "This woman has never once even considered her children's safety," a third commenter said. "Not even once. She never fails to put kids in their seatbelts when driving. And that's not even the worst of what she's done to her kids." One Redditor defended Jenelle in another comment thread asking, "Did no one ever get to go in the front seat for car washes as a kid? It was the epitome of perfection. You have the best view in addition to the front seat. As a child, it was awful to be in the back seat during a vehicle wash. Yes, I take my child to the car wash and we do this. They actually get in the front with their snack and get to eat it while we ride lol," another person said. "We actually stop at the grocery store or petrol station to get a snack first." Jenelle asked for complete custody of Ensley last month and prohibited her 35-year-old husband David Eason from seeing her without first obtaining a mental health assessment. According to the U.S. Sun, Jenelle filed for legal separation from David on February 23 and included a request for her youngest kid. Jenelle claimed she is a fit and proper person to have primary physical custody of the minor child in her complaint. "It is in the best interest of the minor child that plaintiff be granted primary physical custody of the minor child, and that defendant's visitation and/or custodial time be predicated on a mental health assessment to ensure his fitness and ability to care for the minor child." All of Ensley's life, Jenelle asserted, she has been the primary caregiver of the minor child. The plaintiff is and has always been a committed parent who gives her family her whole attention and all of her resources. At nearly all times, plaintiff has been responsible for the minor child's daily needs and has been the only parent who researched, evaluated, selected, and followed through with the minor child's doctor's treatment providers, extracurricular and enrichment activities, she stated. Jenelle also conveyed her dissatisfaction about David supposedly failing to follow up with Ensley following their split, even though their daughter had a crucial doctor's visit. Defendant knew that the minor child had an appointment with an ear, nose, and throat doctor after the parties separated, and that surgery was probably in the minor child's future. Defendant and made no inquiries as to the child's well-being, treatment plan, or status of the appointment. Jenelle said she has been solely responsible for ensuring the minor child is dressed, fed, and ready for school, that she almost always transported the minor child to and from school and her extracurricular activities. Jenelle accused David of being unable to raise Ensley because of his history of erratic behavior and substance abuse. She additionally claimed that David's excessive alcohol use and his short temper create a negative environment for the minor child, and as a family, plaintiff feels as though they have to walk on eggshells around defendant, as his mood swings are unpredictable and vary in their intensity. In her motion, Jenelle urged the court to order defendant to submit to a psychological evaluation with MMPI testing, Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory testing, at the cost of defendant, so that this court may properly determine defendant's parental fitness. The former reality TV star added that despite not having had a stable job in years, her soon-to-be ex is capable of working. Both the plaintiff and the defendant are healthy, able-bodied adults who can support themselves and the minor child. Defendant is capable of providing child support for the minor child sufficient to meet her reasonable needs. pay the costs of the minor child's uninsured out-of-pocket medical, dental, vision, orthodontic, prescription drug, counseling, tutoring, and testing expenses, Jenelle requested the court to order David to do. She continued by criticizing David's recent unemployment. Defendant possesses skills and trades that would enable him to earn an income sufficient to contribute to the support of a minor child, despite his long history of inconsistent employment. Plaintiff is entitled to child support from defendant commensurate with the minor child's needs and the style of living she's accustomed to. In Jenelle's court complaint for separation, as the U.S. Sun first exclusively revealed, the TV personality attacked David, bringing up everything from his current felony conviction for allegedly strangling her 14-year-old son Jace, to his admitting 2019 murder of their pet dog, Nugget. A complaint was filed against David for his purported refusal to work, his extravagant use of Jenelle's funds, and his texts with his ex-wife, which she described as criminal conversations. According to the documents, Jenelle and David got divorced on February 16, with the intention that the separation be permanent. Throughout the duration of the marriage of the parties, the defendant has exhibited concerning and at times disturbing behavior towards the plaintiff, she claimed. She went on, saying, in May of 2019, the defendant shot and killed the family's pet French bulldog Nugget in front of the minor child. Ensley, the daughter, was the child in question. The Columbus County Department of Child Services, DSS, instituted proceedings against the parties and took into custody the aforementioned minor children, according to Jenelle, following David's reported killing of their family pet. Then, the former Teen Mom star brought up David's purported attack on Jace in the latter part of last year. On or about September 28 of 2023, a report was made to medical professionals by plaintiff's oldest minor child. After the sheriff's office looked into the claims, according to Jenelle, David was subsequently charged with misdemeanor child abuse and felony assault by strangulation. She also mentioned that DSS had dropped the case. Jace was held by DSS for several months before they filed a notice of involuntary dismissal in Columbus County. Despite the voluntary dismissal of the underlying DSF proceedings, the defendant's criminal case is still pending, and the defendant is subject to several no-contact provisions in the aforementioned criminal case, Jenelle claimed. In addition, she stated that on February 22, despite the teen's no-contact order against David, he showed up at their home. For the purpose of harassing or annoying plaintiff, defendant took plaintiff's vehicle without her permission and told her to kill herself, among other vile insults, which plaintiff filmed the interaction for her safety. The filings state that Jace was home, but not present during defendant's show. She also took offense at David over his lewd texts with his ex-wife Whitney Johnson, which were exclusively revealed late last year by the U.S. Sun. According to the lawsuit, the defendant has engaged in additional marital misconduct in that, sometime in 2023, the defendant allegedly had illegal conversations with his ex-wife, the mother of his biological daughter. She went on to say, defendant has further committed marital misconduct in that he excessively uses alcohol and has not maintained consistent full-time employment for a number of years, has recklessly spent the party's money which plaintiff solely earns, and in other ways to be shown at trial.